So, today's Friday movie is Kick-Ass. We usually go in the mornings, but tonight we're gonna go so we can be with a full crowd and be part of their energy and their excitement. I'm looking forward to this movie today. I've got high expectations, so let's hope it's good. Hope when we come out, we can tell you, go see it.
It's not really your typical superhero movies, mainly because, you know, the characters can die. They're not superhuman in any way, and that was one of the things I thought was really cool about it. It was just, you know, these guys at any moment could get their asses kicked or shot, you know.
Way more action-packed than I expected. It was nothing at all what I expected. I expected to kind of have that super bad humor and like more like high school kids just dressing up as superheroes and being little dorks about it, but there was kick-ass little girl. There was Nicolas Cage, who I actually didn't hate in this movie, which was
he's making a comeback.
I mean, he really brought it. He brought the fire.
Yeah.
I actually really liked the story. I wasn't too sure what to expect because I had not read the comic or anything like that, but I thought that the story was very well done. I really liked the characters and how they progressed and how you didn't really want to kill any of them after about probably the first 30 minutes of the film because they all kind of started coming into their own.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Except I would say that a couple times I started to get the uncomfortable in my seat, and I felt like some things could have moved a little quicker. And sometimes I felt the plot was a little predictable, but other times it totally threw me for a loop.
When I go into this movie, I had no idea what to expect, and it totally exceeded expectations. So I totally would see it again.
I kind of envy you. Because that would have been so cool had I not known that it was going to be as freaking violent as it was.
I had no idea.
I didn't.
I envy you too.
Especially not as gory.
Yeah, I had no idea it was going to be that violent. That was one of the things that kind of bothered me, but it was done so well.
Yeah.
My favorite relationship was that between Big Daddy and Hit Girl.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was amazing. Like, you know, most fathers take their kids out to go fishing or play catch or something like that. He takes his daughter out and shoots her in the chest, which I thought was amazing.
When I first heard about the movie, I missed the panel at Comic-Con last year, and I heard that there was a little girl going around calling everyone a cunt. And I was like, wait, what? I missed? Motherfucker!
The whole thing with Misty, I think, you know, if there's any parents out there, gonna be real surprised that this little girl's kicking ass. I mean, her character and her relationship with Nicolas Cage was probably the highlight of the movie.
Yeah.
But I kind of see parents having a problem with this because of how she was just.
I would, if I had kids, I would never take
This movie has balls. It has balls because it, like Fight Club, it is so irresponsible. You know, like, it's just like, I mean, there's probably going to be copycats out there who dress up like superheroes and get their asses kicked or probably die, but you know what? That's the kind of movie we are. So.
Well, it was kind of twisted at times. I mean, I almost was kind of disturbed at times, especially as cool as it was to see this little girl, Hit Girl, spoiler alert, kicking ass and literally slicing people to death. I'm like, this is a child killing people. Like, I don't know.
And
it was
people
awesome
cheered
and
for
gross.
it.
That's
Cheered.
I think that's kind of the worst.
Applauded.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that the girl who played Hit Girl is the next A-list kid star now. We're going to see her everywhere.
She's the
awesome.
Next, she's the
I
next
aspire
Dakota
to
Fanning.
be like her.
McLovin's dad's totally like a cliche drug dealer kind of bad guy with the henchmen and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think the writing and the whole everything together. I can't even explain what it is, but it's cliche. But the storytelling made it like fun again. And like there's a lot of the cliche things like in film, slow motion and like the Bourne Identity kind of fast cutting when like Hit Girl was like killing everybody.
Yeah.
Even though I still think that the way they did it was unique.
I agree.
It was very stylized. Like, you know, you think of Bourne Identity action sequences, and you think of, you know, very loosey-goosey camera work, and just kind of like it's found footage, like the camera guy just happened to be there. This was all very like stylized, but the cutting was so frenetic that it was, you know, it seemed to have that same kind of energy.
And it wasn't distracting.
No, I agree.
I thought the editing was actually very well done on the film.
Part of me kind of wished they had Kick-Ass and Mist became buddies at the end.
Well, they kind of hinted at that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he's, you know, like when you see his character, like you think, oh, he's gonna turn around and like betray his father and everything like that. And it's just like, oh, okay, it's just kind of getting predictable. And then, oh, all right, I like that. It was different. It was really different. I love the movie. We'll recommend it to anyone who wants to see it, especially if you have children. Because children need to learn.
There's a great role model in there. For
There
all
really
time.
is. You know what? It's a strong parent-child relationship. Is you find a common ground, even if it's revenge, and you make it work.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Matt said. It's more of women always say you need a really strong female protagonist, but I mean she wasn't really the protagonist. But I think Hit Girl was more interesting than Kick-Ass, and I totally recommend this movie. I'm going to probably see it again actually.
Kick-Ass is kick-ass. Go see it, but get popcorn.
Kick-Ass was amazing. You should definitely go see it. Ladies, take your boyfriends to go see Kick-Ass. It'll be a nice date night.
So I really liked Kick-Ass. I thought that despite all the violence, which I can't stand, the action was so much fun, and the way they shot the sequences were so exciting that I was actually cursing out loud and oohing and eyeing and laughing and clapping out loud in the theater. And in some odd way, it's very empowering for women to have this little girl being out there kicking ass. I think it was really great. I highly recommend it. Go out and see it and have fun. This thing is really itchy. Did you hear that? How did the superheroes get these to stick to their face? Makeup. Seriously, did you hear that? Do I look ugly? Do I look weird in this? Don't mess with me right now. Seriously, I'm fucking choking.